Hi, welcome to the newest snippet from the video book Ballads at Tinker's Dozen. Today we will do the second half of the 11th story in the book, the last one. If you'd like to continue to enjoy the book, you can watch the videos in order, check the playlist, or I'll start posting the written versions of it in a week or so. Again, just so you won't have to struggle through all the really old posts. I will be recording the song behind this story, later today, so you'll be able to get that. And don't forget, you can purchase a Kindle version or a paperback version of this book for your reading enjoyment. Just saying. Okay, so if you're ready, we'll begin. Here we go. When the younger sister finally came to the mill, she floated to the shore. The miller and his little daughter watched her body approach. "Father," the girl asked, "what is that in our stream? A golden swan? A pretty mermaid? Or just a dream?" "Come away, daughter," the miller said. "Go inside and mind the wheel and take the miller's toll. I've work to do here that is no concern of yours." The miller dragged the younger sister from the water before she was drawn into the sluice to foul his wheel. She was cold and dead, he saw. Since he was not a man to discard anything of use, he took all of her clothing, shoes and socks and dress, for his daughter when she would grow so big. As he was taking the dead maid's clothes inside the mill, a minstrel who was riding by saw the sister drying on the bank. "Is she yours?" the minstrel asked. "No more," the miller replied. "Then perhaps she can be of use to me," the musician said. Take what's left with you, and God go with you both," the miller added. The minstrel put the girl across his horse, up behind the saddle, and rode away. Before the day had warmed and the dead sister began to smell much, the minstrel stopped at a large oak. He pulled the dead girl off his horse and sat her up against the trunk of the tree. He took out his knife and set to work. He fashioned a harp from the bones of her breast and cut the locks of her hair for the strings. And he buried the rest of her there beneath the great tree. He knew no words to say, and most of the songs that he would play to earn his bread were vain and idle things. So he pulled out his little pipe and played a song that he remembered from his childhood, Cadman's hymn. He played a verse on the shrill little pipe and then lifted his own voice. "Now we must honor the guardian of heaven, the might of the architect and his purpose, the work of the Father of glory." And he soon found that he had forgotten the rest of the words, so he just finished the song on his pipe. Then the minstrel made his camp there for the night, as much to be company for the dead girl as for his fatigue. The next morning he packed up and continued on through the forest. And soon there was a wedding for the dark-haired sister and the young man to be held in the town past the mill. Everyone was invited to attend. There would be food and drink and music after the vows were said. The minstrel the families had hired was late, as musicians often are. This one sat his harp down on a stone while he hurried to find a mug of ale to wet his whistle. But before he could return to grab his harp and begin the music, the bride and groom walked out onto the green where there were tables set for the company of guests. And when the harp saw the bride and the groom, it began to play. And then it began to sing. "There sits my lover and my sister, his wife. She drowned me in the rushing stream and took away my life." The groom looked at his new bride as she looked at him, and when he saw in her eyes what she had done, he left her there alone, found his horse, and rode away, never to be seen again.